Hey guys, it's Christine. Welcome back to my channel. Today's layout is a layout. I had taken a picture to send a few friends. I was sitting upstairs in my scrapbook room. It was a work from home day, and then I'm going to kind of tell you in a minute well, I'll just tell you now. My work from home days in the very beginning of COVID were very slow. I think because everybody was just kind of dealing with things and trying to figure things out. Normal work activities came to basically a screeching halt, and most of my days were spent trying to find hand sanitizer and Lysol wipes and gloves and masks and things. So I would have many hours of just kind of waiting for responses. I'm in sourcing and procurement, so a lot of times you're waiting on suppliers. So I would take my laptop upstairs and I would sit and scrapbook most of the day, if I'm honest. So this was a work from home day, and I was kind of teasing my friends that they were working from home, but they still had regular work stuff. So I was teasing them like, well, this is my work from home. Um, the kit I'm using is a hip kit club, and they always, of course, do a great job. I think I've used some of the papers from this kit. In fact, I know I have on another layout. I just don't know if I've recorded at this point. But this is also from a sketch, so it'll be on my Pinterest board. I'm certain I've saved it under the. I hope I've moved it either from scrapbooks pages I like to scrapbook pages I've cased or something like that. It's on one of those two boards. So anyway, I took this paper or this picture of me scrapbooking, which is my work from home day, and looking out my window. So, um, and the funny thing is, I moved my table in my craft room. I used to have it facing kind of in the center, and it was just kind of in the center of my room. And I decided kind of early on I was going to turn it and look out the window because I felt like Mrs. Kravitz. Did anybody ever used to watch Bewitched? Like, y'all, that is such an old show. But there was a little neighbor lady, and she was always looking out the window being nosy. Um, I'm not really doing anything or like, I'm not like staring specifically at people, but it was funny because people were just, again, I think because the way life went that at that point, um, people just got outside as they could, and it was like walking their dogs or bike riding or something. So there's tons of people. I was walking around, basically family units, walking up and down the street trying to get exercise. But so that was my work from home. So again, as you can see, I've got this Hip Kit Club. I love that little rainbow paper. Something about it just I just liked it. And I did tear it and then create and then flipped it over to give the backside was basically the mirror image of that tear paper. And then I'm going to tuck this photo matted layout here, or photo layout. What am I calling this thing? I'm sorry, y'all. I really don't have a good excuse. I slept okay, but anyway, I wanted to put this photo that I've matted. Um, I matted it first on a piece of pink paper that had letters all over it. I just do not see myself ever using that piece of paper the way it was done that way. So I've used it as a photo mat. And then it had kind of a darker, I had another piece of paper that was a little bit darker with a pattern. I used it to mat. And then I started to lay it down there without the orange flowered mat, but I thought, no, I want to put that on there. And it matches the orange and the rainbow. So I thought it turned out okay. And then I had that packaging from that Amy Tangerine stuff there. I don't remember which product was in it, but it was, it's pretty packaging. I'm going to use it at some point, but it just didn't work out for the photo. So it's still laying there, but it's obviously not happening at this point. Um, so anyway, so I've decided that I'm going to mat it on that orange, and I thought that turned out kind of cute. And then I have this thickers. They're very slick. It's like enamel letters. They have different textures, right? So thickers has foam letters, and then they have chipboard letters, and then these ones are enamel dot kind of feeling letters, kind of slick and shiny. And they had this little thing called Oh Happy Day, and I thought, well, that's kind of fun because my happy days, if I'm honest, are sitting in my scrapbook room. And I'm not going to lie, I enjoy getting paid to do that. I wish I could get paid every day to just sit and scrapbook, but no, not normally. Um, so anyway, I pulled that out. I pulled out that little yellow ring. It's got like a little chenille. I think it's called chenille. The little balls, little furry balls. Oh gosh, that sounded terrible. I didn't mean it that way. But anyways, they're on that ring, and I don't think I end up using it though, if I'm honest. And then of course the little bows. The only thing I didn't like about that bow package is it was and the matching ones were in sets of two, which is kind of unfortunate because pretty much everybody likes to use things in three. So I hate that there's only two. It makes it a little tough, but it works out. So I put the Oh Happy Day, and then I ran over and I had some a couple of collections related to scrapbooking. I think one was might have been an Echo Park, but that could be a lie. and I'm not sitting with it. But it's like a little scrapbooking kit. And then I had another one that I had picked up at Scrapbook Expo that had a few little stickers and stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm finding little stickers that talk about, basically the love of scrapbooking here. Um, they didn't come with that little hip kit. This was in my stash. So, but I thought, oh, I've got those. I know I've got that. So I ran over and got those to match. I do end up using some stickers off of that little uh, 6 by 12 sticker sheet you see there with the little flamingo and stuff. In fact, it is the flamingo that I use. I don't know what it is about flamingos, y'all, but they are the cutest things ever. Okay, I don't know. Flamingos are great. Llamas are great. Hedgehogs. Why are those animals so cute to us? I really don't know. But I love it when the scrapbooking world puts these cute little animals and stuff in there. So I'm gluing down these enamel letters, and pretty much like any other thickers, they don't really stick. I don't know. It's funny because I know that enough people make comments about it. You think somebody from AC would be listening, and I'm sure they are. But that being said, it's like it's kind of nice too because if you lay it down, it's not stuck forever. You can still kind of move things around. So maybe it's intentional. I don't know. Maybe they give you just enough adhesive to lay it down and not shift on your paper as you're working with it. Um, but then you just use your little glue later. That's okay. We all do it. I do have this long sticker. It says, I think it says something like I should be scrapbooking or for the love of scrapbooking or something. I do put a little foam tape behind it to pop it up. What does that say? Y'all, it's funny, these editing softwares, it's so small. Oh, did someone say scrapbook? That's what it is. And then I'm going to lay these other stickers down. I'm basically creating a upper left to lower right, um, stream of visualness. And I really want to use that sticker there. I don't actually think it ends up making it, which makes me a little sad, but it was just a little too big and didn't fit where I wanted it. I had that scrapper's little word bubble thing up in the upper right. I moved that because again, I wanted to keep this whole upper left to lower right diagonal. So I do move that down to over there on the left-hand side of the photograph. Um, I started up there, like I said, and it ends up moving because I ended up not liking that it was creating, I guess it's a third cluster kind of, but oh, maybe I do end up using that because I do like it. That little bow, or I don't even know what that shape is called. How stupid is that? A banner, that's what it is. Okay, y'all, this label here gives me the hardest time. And technically it's not well, it is the label. I have used these before, so I don't know what kind of brain melt I was having. Um, but I stuck that there because my whole intention was to put on there, work from home is great or whatever. And I stuck that there because like, okay, that's where I want that. And I thought, okay, and I'm going to come in a little bit with a pen, and it just turns into a hot mess. Um, okay, so I do end up using my little banner sticker there. Good. I was kind of sad. I was looking at it thinking, did I get that on there? Again, I've done this before. I think I did every video. It's like I just made this layout the other day. Why can I not remember? That is that's just scary. I worry about myself. Okay, this little girl here, she's doing like a cartwheel. I really wanted to use her, and I stuck her on there, and then I pulled her off. I pull her off again in a minute, and because I really do want to use her, but no, she doesn't end up making it. It makes me a little bit sad. But I don't know that I couldn't really wrap my brain. Like once she got on the paper, I go, does she look like she's doing a cartwheel or not? Um, so anyway, I mean, this is where I was trying to move that thing, and then the foam tapey stuff got all over the place. Oh, I did finally invest in that fun foam with the sticker back. So I felt really proud of myself over that. And that's just silly, but I did. I spent the extra dollar or two. Um, then I had this little die cut that said inspire, create, repeat. Then I'm pulling off these little stickers, the stars and stuff. I'm trying to create like this. Yeah, see, there she is. I'm going to try her again. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to make her look like she's doing a cartwheel over here. She's so excited. But everywhere I stuck her, it just didn't work. Makes me so sad. I need to figure out something to do with her. She's cute though. So then I thought, you know what, I'm just going to stick random stuff. So I stuck a cherry on there. The stars are not random. I mean, that's pretty generic, but I stick a cherry on there. I do end up pulling that little flamingo off because he's just too cute. I like him. And just kind of filled in some of those little gaps, just to kind of close off the visual diagonal there. I think I come back in a second with some enamel stars. Oh, here's where I go to the pens. Okay. I pulled out my entire deal of pens here, and I'm thinking, okay, this little micron pen, he works on this because these labels are kind of slick. They're not regular paper. They're kind of slick. And then I'm stupid. I write that down there and then I smear it. First thing, smear it. I go, well, that was stupid, Christine. But no big deal. I got all these other labels, right? So I go, I'll write it on here and I'll let it dry for just a second. No, actually, I think my second thing was, well, I'll just try a different pen. This is kind of a cool pen. I like this color anyway. I stick that down there. Up, let me smear it. Well, what am I doing? Like, what am I thinking? I just go smearing it again. Honestly, y'all, if I had just let that stuff dry, I probably would have been all right. But in my head, I'm thinking, well, I'm just going to make sure it doesn't smear before I leave it there. Because, once these things, you can, I did tear it just a little bit, pulling it up. But, once that stuff's really stuck on there, it doesn't come up. So then I thought, okay, I'll try a Sharpie pen. That's got to work, right? I wrote it down. It smears. Then I thought, I'll try my Faber-Castell. I wrote it down. It smeared. I ended up using almost every label, which was so sad because it's a good little set of labels. Then I was smart enough to write it on the top of the paper or the sticker deal. But see how I'm writing it and then it just smears right away. So here's where I'm like, okay, I'll let that dry for just a minute. Nope, still smears. I don't know why I have such difficulty because I know I have used another label before off this same sheet. I just could not. You know what? I think then I realized this must be where I've run off to. Um, Maybe not. I realized I had used, no, here I go trying it again, thinking, well, I'll just let it dry for a little bit. And then I finally just turned the camera off, y'all, because I struggled so bad. I went and got my Sharpie marker at that point, and because it doesn't smear, it's permanent. So I finally wrote it, and that was my last label. And then that's it, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.